If you looked at the ticker tape this week, you saw some pretty staggering numbers. But if you look deeper, you saw a drama in four acts. It was a week where the paper world of finance collided head-on with the gritty physical world of industry, and the result was a roar in the precious metals market. It began with a story that we've heard before, but never quite like this, the story of the pivot. For months, the world has waited for the Federal Reserve to blink. And this week, with cooling labor data and slowing factories, the market decided the blink had finally happened. The conviction grew that rate cuts are no longer a maybe, but likely a win. And the US dollar, sensing the shift, took a tumble as the greenbacks fell, and gold and silver acted like a pair of high-speed elevators surging upward as investors fled the paper and sought the permanent. But while gold was reacting to the ghost inflation, silver was busy with a story of its own, the solar squeeze. You see, silver isn't just a shiny coin in a vault, as we all know. It's a high-tech workhorse. Most of silver, overwhelmingly, is used in industrial purposes. As the two world races towards the green transition, every solar panel and every electric vehicle is hungry for our favorite white metal. This week, new reports confirmed what the miners have feared. For the fifth year running, we are using more silver than we can pull out of the ground. It's a structural deficit that sent industrial buyers into a scramble, desperate to secure their supply before the pantry goes bare. And then the story traveled east. A strange subplot emerged in the markets of Shanghai, where it seems to be alleged that silver is suddenly trading at a massive premium over the prices of London and New York. This global arbitrage acted like a giant vacuum, pulling physical bars out of Western vaults and sent them towards the rising sun. It's a tug of war for the actual physical metal, providing that in a crisis, it's not the price on a screen that matters, it's who actually has the silver in their hand. Through it all, gold maintains its status in the final chapter, the safety plan. Amidst the noise of elections and shadows of global tensions, central banks around the world have been quietly and relentlessly stacking gold. They aren't looking for a quick profit. They seem to be looking for an asset with no counterparty risk, the only money that is nobody else's liability. This week, that steady, silent demand provided the bedrock that kept the yellow metal at historic heights. It was a week of pivots, squeezes, premiums, and safety. One I think we can all understand as we look to our stock market report right here to compare and contrast our economy within the realm of metals. Before we get to that, though, I want to remind you that this video is sponsored by APMEX, the American Precious Metals Exchange. It is where I have for years bought my silver because I am a collector more than a stacker, and they have just the most outrageous selection of coins. And as a collector, it doesn't benefit me to have 14 of the same exact design of coins that I value and want. It really is a one of one. And so when I go to APMEX, I always find awesome coins that I did not have in my collection. They're the only website I have found consistently been able to do so, which is why I have been so loyal to them. So that being said, let's go ahead, move this silver over, and look at our markets to see what they have done this week. As you know, this has been an action-packed week in the news with a lot of things going on internationally and yes, here at home. So when that happens, a lot of times the stock market isn't the thing that people hear a lot about. So let me cover those bases for you. Dow Jones Industrial is right here. As you can see, 48,134 is where it landed for the week. That's up 183 points, folks, or 0.38, which is not a bad little run there. We are sitting at an all-time high of 48,704, so about 600 points off, and that was on the 11th of this month. We're sitting around 10 days from that point, and as you can see, their all-time high being right here, here's those 9-ish days of trading to where we are right now. So that's kind of where we're sitting, as you can see. We look here at the S&P 500, 6834, up 59 points or 0.88. And all-time high also happened on the 11th, as you can see right here. That's the all-time high. That's kind of where we're sitting right now. And the NASDAQ Composite closed at 23,307, up 300 points or 1.31%. All-time high was quite some time ago, right there by Halloween, and you can see it here. Notice the amount of gap on this roller coaster, and it hasn't got quite up yet, but that's okay. Here we are. International stocks, we have pretty good news overall, as most markets are fairly much in the black and not the red this week. Canada up 1.24%. That's a big jump there. Brazil, half a percentage point just about. Chile is back up. Pretty volatile there in Chile, we've noticed, but they're on the right side of things right now. Mexico up almost a 0.5% as well. We go down, we see Denmark, who has had just a horrible year, as they're at negative 25% on the year, is finally getting a little bit of breathing room as they're up 1.22%. We have the Netherlands here, Italy up 0.66. We have the Netherlands at almost a 0.5%, 4.8. Norway up a 0.5%. We know they handle a lot of the global shipping market. UK over here is up 0.61%. We go to the Asian markets here. Hong Kong is up 0.75%, India up 0.53%, Japan is up 1%. They have had 24 points of growth this year, percentage points of growth, that is. We have South Korea, who is up 0.65%, who seems to be the winner, as they are up 67% on the year, and Taiwan is up 0.83%, which is 20% on the year. Really, really good stuff this week when it came to most of the world markets, which is always fun to hear. So we will go ahead and take a look at what our metals did, remind our brains the ride that they went on this particular week. Silver is where we usually start first, and as you can see, $67.42 is where it landed, which is a little bit crazy. That is another $5 gained, as the beginning of this week we were at $62.31 roughly. That's 8.2%. And the crazy thing is we noted last time, I believe we're at we're over 100%. I don't remember the exact number of the growth year to date, but as of right now, the year to date is $38, which is 131% on this year. It is a crazy thing to say out loud, but hey, welcome to the world of crazy. Gold. Gold is a fun thing as well to look at. Not quite the year silver has had, but it is notable in its own right. It went up $32. We see it here at $4,354, up 0.76%, which is also very, very strong overall, given the year-to-date numbers showing here as 64.96%. So will gold hit 100% on the year? No, I highly doubt it, seeing as we only have, a couple of days left here in December. But for a Q4, very, very solid. And honestly, for a Q4, the markets are handling things okay, but I'm very interested to see how this Christmas spending goes, because the consumer sentiment is being projected as not being as strong as years in the past, but I won't know that until the numbers come in and the boards sit down at the places like Dillard's and all of the other retail outlets to say, how did we do this winter? So that being said, hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope, as always, you remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.